here from Fit Body Bootcamp, and in this video I'm going to cover the 5 key things that you can do to guarantee you will lose body fat and achieve your goals. And what prompted this video was a conversation with one of our members, and it was basically, the theme of the conversation was, Neil, you give a lot of coaching, a lot of videos, a lot of downloads, and you and Helen are constantly telling us all these different things and so on. What are the most important things that I need to do, because I feel a little bit overwhelmed and I'm not sure if I need to be focusing more on this, and what do I need to prioritize. So here is the 5 things that are most important to make sure that you do, and if you only do these 5 things, you will be an after picture in no time. So without further ado, the 5 things are: number 1, you need to, I wrote these down, guys, because I often lose my train of thought because people at the window doing crazy things. So so first of all, you need to know nutritionally roughly how many calories you need to be consuming in a given day. Now, the easy thing for you guys as members is we do this for you. When you have your body scan, at the bottom right hand corner of your sheet, of your body diagnostic sheet, there tells you how many calories you need to consume for maintenance. Add on a few hundred calories for exercise, and then you have your number. So let's say, for example, you're aiming to eat 1800 calories. That's what it says in the number there. You need to add 200-300 depending on your activity level during the day and how intensely you do boot camp. So first of all, make sure you know how many calories you're consuming. If you need any help with monitoring this, obviously using the hand method is a simple way of doing it, and you will not overshoot your calories if you follow this to the letter. But if you want to be a bit more precise and to have that reassurance, download MyFitnessPal on your iPhone or Android, and it's very, very easy to check and keep a track of, first of all, your calories. That's number 1. Number 2 is, a lot of people focus on number 1 too much, and that's all they focus on is hitting their calories. But it's a lot more complicated than this in reality. You need to understand your macronutrients and where your calories are coming from, what food groups, because this ultimately is what will tell your body to lose fat or lose muscle or gain fat. So yes, you need to hit your calories, but within your calories you need to be hitting around 40% of your calories from protein, 40% of your calories need to be coming from carbohydrates, and 20% roughly from fats. That's a good balanced split. So make sure that you're getting protein calories, carb calories and fat calories in the right priority. The number 1 is protein. Make sure you hit your protein. Okay? So 40% of your calories each day should be coming from protein, and then 40 from carbs, 20 from fats. But make sure you're getting the protein. Okay? If you need help with this, reach out and I will teach you how to do it, but very, very easy with using MyFitnessPal. There's actually a little pie chart which will tell you where your food's coming from, so you can easily look back at the yesterday and say, oh, I need to eat more protein food today. What's more protein? And you can easily track it and adapt it like this. So that's number 1, calories. Number 2, understand your macronutrients. Number 3 is this stuff, okay? Without this stuff, without water, your body won't work efficiently. If you're not hydrated, your body won't burn fat. So you need to be having at least 1 of these a day, probably 2, and then another litre for every hour of exercise that you're doing. You cannot drink too much water in reality. You'd have to drink probably 6 or 7 of these to be at danger of kind of drinking too much water in reality. But at least aim for 1 of these, carry it around with you, sip on it throughout the day, stay hydrated. Without being hydrated, your body won't efficiently burn fat, which is the goal. So calories, macronutrients and water. Now, number 4, you can't just track your nutrition and expect to lose body fat. We have to tell the body what we want it to do. The way we tell the body to change, to lose fat, to gain muscle tone, to speed up metabolism, is through the exercises that we do. If you just do cardio, if you just go running and you just do aerobic based exercises, you will fall down, because you're telling your body to burn energy and you're expending energy. You're not telling the muscles that you need the muscles for energy, or you need the muscles to exist and to raise metabolism. So your body will prioritize burning off your muscle before it burns off the body fat, which is not what we want. So our exercise needs to be resistance based as well as cardio, okay? That's why the boot camp sessions are designed how they are. So don't push yourself too much and do cardio, or just think I'm going to skip boot camp to then go running. The resistance stuff is equally, if not more, important, because gaining muscle tone will raise your resting metabolism, and we all want a faster metabolism, because that way you can burn more fat while you're asleep. So, correct exercise technique, said and done. Okay, so come to boot camp, push yourself, and make sure the intensity is there as well. Now, intensity, here's a little tip for you. It's a personal intensity. If you're in boot camp and you're struggling and you're looking and you're like, out of breath, and you're really, you know you're working really hard, but it's not as hard as the person next to you, doesn't matter. You're working to your own intensity level. Have a personal scale of 1 to 10, and you'll know this. 10 is the maximum, and you can't push any harder. If you're a 7 or an 8, you're doing well. Okay? Don't look at the person next to you. Everyone's different. You're on your own personal journey. You'll know if your intensity is there. We'll guide you and push you and motivate you and inspire you, but you'll know if you're working hard enough. Okay? Don't be scared to ease back if you feel you need to. Don't be drawn up on it. Okay? So consistency is the next one. You have to be consistent with all of these things to make them work. It's like anything in life. The more you do it, the better you get at it. The more you do it, the better results you get. So consistency doesn't mean being good every single day. You've got to listen to your body and be smart too. So consistency can mean I'm going to train 3 times a week for 3 months. That's consistency. It doesn't mean you have to do it consistently every day. Consistency to a schedule, consistency to a program. Same with your nutrition. Being consistent doesn't mean you have to eat really, really well every day. Now remember, the rule of thumb, if you have more than 20 pounds of body fat to lose, you get a cheat meal once every 2 weeks. If you have less than 20 pounds to lose, you have a cheat meal once every week. Put this in your schedule and commit to being consistent to this. It's a win. So to recap, top 5 priorities. Know your calories, know your macronutrients, make sure you're hydrated, make sure you're doing the right exercises to tell your body to burn fat at the right intensity, and number 5, you're being consistent with all of the above. If you do all of these 5 things, I guarantee you within 90 days you'll see a different person staring back at you in the mirror. Hope that's helped, guys. Bye for now.